Hello. Hello. Another day, another stream. Yeah, why not? Why not? Another day, another stream. I'm ready. Wait. Nearly ready. Nearly ready. Good evening. Hello. Hello. Hi. So yesterday we had fun with the shrines, huh? Yeah, it was good. I think we created. I still need to improve it a bit, I guess, like improving a bit the particles. I was thinking that maybe on that shrine, I want to have.
Hello, world. I'm back.
Hello. I want to have particles that are more fluid. So probably I will change the particles on that piece, but you know, sometimes it's better to put stuff in and have it, you know, released than just refining it forever, right? So I would say yes. So I'm probably gonna keep it this way. Now today is not an easy one, unfortunately, but I received multiple reports of the UI not being easy to use because it's too small. I mean, not because it's bad, but because it's too small, right? And so the idea, beautiful view, huh? Beautiful view. Look at this. Look at this. And so the idea is, by the way, I should remember to remove it, otherwise it will stay there. The idea is to find a way to properly scale the UI, right? I don't know if I have to scale it up front, if I have to scale it at runtime, if I have to scale it, I have no idea. So I need to think about it. I really need to think about it and try to see if we can come up with a solution, right? I think in particular, you know, I don't know if I can scale everything or if I should just scale the pieces that are small, right? I think there was a bit of a complaint on the menu icons, huh? So the menu bar, the menu bar, this one. Did I check the free of the month? No, but we can check it. So this one, people complaining that this one is too small, and the icons are too small. But I don't know if that's the only complaint. I mean, if it's only that part that is small or everything else. And I don't know if we have a way to just zoom, to just scale the UI, because in theory, on every widget, you know, there is a scale. So I could say scale 1.5, right? The problem is that I think that this scale is a bit risky, because I've seen that sometimes it's not really working as expected. Like, certain pieces are actually moving within the UI when you do this kind of scaling. And so I don't know if it's a good idea. But we have the scale here. And the scale could be applied pretty much to everything. I mean, we can try and see what happens. I mean, if I do scale 2, for example, what is this block in the middle? Now that I scaled it, what is this thing in the middle? I think it is the original sides. Yes, it is the original sides, actually. But, I mean, we could try and see what happens. I don't know if there is a best practice, let's say, or a best method to do this. Okay, let's check the there was also the Unreal Engine 5 launch, huh? Because, you know, Unreal Engine 5 was a preview until
the free assets from the Matrix Awakening.
The problem is that this thing is 37 minutes.
We succeed when you succeed.
This thing is 37 minutes, boys. I don't think we can watch it. I don't think we can. Fortnite? State of Unreal 5.
Thanks for joining us. Epic was founded on building great games and sharing all of our technology openly with the community. We succeed when you succeed, and we want all developers to have the advantages we have ourselves when building games like Fortnite. Unreal Engine 5 is the latest chapter. We released the early access preview back in May, and the community has built some amazing things in it. Let's take a look.
We like this or no? We like, I think we like this, huh?
Today, we're launching Unreal Engine 5.0 to all developers. It's been battle tested in Fortnite Chapter 3, launched last December. So download it today and get started. What's most exciting now is that real-time 3D is bringing industries together with Unreal Engine 5 as their common medium. Among game developers, 48% of announced next-generation console titles are powered by Unreal. Automotive designers, fashion designers, and architects are doing everything from design visual
as well as many back into the engine.
We cannot.
Goals we set for it.
We cannot watch
viewers and players.
We cannot watch this because it's too long. Did you check the music? No, I can check it now. I can check it now, live. Live. They have included a small video, yes. 37 minutes. Oh my god. Let me see where did you send it? Here on Discord. Magic Fantasy Music, The Mystic Beautiful something. Okay. Yes, it's nice. I will maybe listen to it full later, but it's nice. But I mean, for the shrines, I mean, this is for the shrines, or is like a background for the game? We can use it in different places. I think it's very nice. Did you build it fully yourself, or how did it work? Free asset of the month. Unreal food. Unreal food. Well. Maybe. The knife is the best part, but yeah, but the bread is an option, eh? Wow, the texture quality is insane. Look at the glass. Oh my god. Texture quality is super high. Look at these things. Mapped one by one. I like this bread. It's very, very good bread. Very, very nice. Hey, Game On, are you still there or no? Are you still there or not? Look at this. This one is also very nice, eh? This one at the bottom. The knife is nice. I mean, there's a lot of bread. This one we cannot use. But anyway, wow, so many pictures. Oh my. Ah, there is this one is the best. Look at the eyes. This one is the best. More boxes. More boxes. We have like 1 million boxes. More boxes. Boxes are never enough. Never enough boxes. I think it's very good. I think this one is very good. Maybe we can use some pieces. I don't know. Yeah, it's missing pizza to be perfect. Let me do this 1 second and then we will... and let me remember to check it out, because sometimes I do this and then I don't check out. What do you mean? Is this new? No, I need to read 10 pages. No, I cannot do it. Cannot read 10 pages. I will check with the owner. If you are not the owner, then it's a problem. But it's nice. It's nice, but consider that we need a full copyright of it. So everything that we build goes into the company copyright. So even music, so all the music we have, all the sounds we have, all the assets we have are all copyrighted to us. So if we add a new music, we need a copyright of that music, because I don't want to go, you know, and later on I have to track, you know, different things and people, and it should just be ours. 1.2 update. What is this? DMX support, new demo stage, 3-stage setup with DMX, ultra space, animated speed. Well, what is this? What is this thing? Is a stage. I don't know. I don't understand. What is it? Update this package, documentation, how to set up. 97 meshes. Is a plugin for something, but they don't explain what is it. Modular concert stage. Probably it's just a concert stage that you can create. I don't know. Anyways, it's not our thing. It's not our thing. Medieval houses modular. More houses. This one maybe we can use for something. I don't know. Depends on the quality, but maybe. This one may be interesting. Oh my god, the million pieces. The million pieces, boys. That's not bad. Hello. Hello, Justify. Hey. Welcome to the stream and hello. Optimized and game ready, eh? They always say that. They always say optimized and game ready. In every asset is always optimized and game ready. Then you open this thing and you see like that this rope is like 10,000 polygons, you know, just this piece of rope as usual. Optimize what? But anyway, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, this one maybe we can use. Why not? This one, why not? It's not bad. It's not bad. I think it's interesting. What I'm doing today, the moment I'm checking these assets from UStore, but I want to be able to scale our UI, because our UI is, I mean, people are complaining that our UI is too small, and they cannot use it, or is hard to use right now. Probably it's because I'm running on a 28-inch monitor. And so maybe on my monitor is big enough, but I understand that if you have a smaller monitor, that may not be good. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. So they are saying that the UI is too small, but as you can see, now I scaled it, but I cannot move it anymore. You see what happened? Like now it's definitely bigger, right? You see the big icons. But the fact that I scaled it, now I cannot move it anymore. I can click on stuff, but I cannot. It basically has no border anymore, and now is out of the thing. Do you think it should be that big? This one is scaled twice. Yeah, I think we should give probably an option, right, to scale it. To scale it like this. But yes, if we just scale, if we just use the scale, it's not really working. Okay, let me finish 1 second with this. Low poly medieval interior and construction. Oh, this could be nice, huh? I mean, it's low poly, but maybe we can get something out of it. No, the weapons are very bad. The boxes are very bad. The jugs are very bad. The table, I have exactly the same table, but with better quality. The lantern is bad. These planks we don't need. The The ceiling, whatever, lamp or whatever I always call this thing is so-so. The floor is unusable. The barrel thingy is bad. The only good thing is the picture. The picture of the eagle is very good. The jug are bad. Why he didn't smooth anything, by the way? I mean, he did it by purpose. He left this unsmoothed. I don't know why. Maybe this small table, this small chair is good. Maybe the chair could be reused. Maybe. No, but all of this is not usable. I mean, it's usable maybe in this view, right? If you are like a third-person game, like a third-person isometric game, I think it could be fine. But otherwise, it's completely unusable. This thing is like GG unusable for us. For us, maybe for others it is, but for us, it's completely useless. Okay, so PT was a good idea, but no. And there is a modular neighborhood pack, like you are modeling the house of your neighbor, not your house, the one. Hard to reuse. The cars, I don't think so. Wow, the tree is insane though. Look at how big is that tree. Maybe this bench, maybe the bench, maybe the chairs. I don't know. Maybe the chairs. The chairs are nice. Chairs are nice. No, everything else is pretty much useless. Probably we can take the chair. Yeah, the chairs are very cool. I like them. I don't know if in medieval times they would do chairs like this, but they are really nice. Wow, there is a wall city here, look. There is a wall city. Holy moly. There are a million pictures. There is also a pool and a skateboard. A skateboard is the best piece, I guess. But we cannot use it in our game. We cannot use any of this in our game. But this guy definitely had a lot of fun building this thing, I know. I mean, I see it. I see that this guy had a lot of fun building this. He really liked it. I think it's good. I think I like it. 130 modular pieces. I think it's very good, but we cannot use it. Unfortunately. The grass is always more green, yes. Okay, so the problem is that the UI is too small, okay? People are saying the UI is too small. And I don't know if they think also the inventory is too small, or just that the icons at the top are too small. Because if everything is too small, it's not that easy. Because we have seen, unfortunately, that no, there is no way for me to move this bar. You see that it's going out. It's going out of the window. There is no way for me. Maybe if I do this, no, not even. There is no way for me to move it back in the right position. But yes, I understand that this is probably a better size, but you know, it can become annoying if it's that big. It can become annoying. Okay. So it looks like a pure scale is not really doing what we want. unless we move the pivot, because there is also this pivot thingy, right? Pivot 0, 0. No. I have seen that scaling stuff is bringing problems. I have seen it. So I don't know how people actually scale UI. I don't know how people scale UI, because, for example, you know, I could scale this one as well. Let me just see how it looks if I scale it, okay? In theory here it looks identical. But you see, for example, the text. The text is getting like blurred, right? Just because it's scaled. So I think that scaling from here is a bad idea. I don't think that this scaling, because there is a render scaling, you know, it's not really you're scaling the UI components. You are rendering at a bigger scale. That's what you're doing with this thing. So I think probably no. I found music that's free. No, we need our own music. We need our own music. We don't need generic music made by someone else for something else. We need our music. Music that is made for us, for our game, right? Music that is made for our game. I don't want random music. I want plane shift music. Like all the music that we have is made by us, for us. That is how it should be. Why my browser is not dark? What is the problem? Oh my god, it's not working anymore. GG. What do you mean? I don't know. Why Dark Reader is not working anymore? That's this page is protected by the browser. What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean this page is protected by the browser? Are you crazy? Ah, because there is like a Google Chrome, Google. Ah, I understand. Okay. I understand. Okay, just forget about that. So our problem is scaling UI, right? So in a real engine, the automatic resolution-dependent UI scaling using Dpi Scaling rules enable you to create a resolution scale for multiple devices. Very interesting. I will learn how to create a team. The problem for me is I don't know the team. What do you mean by team? What do you mean by team? Scale UI for different devices. Sure, you can set up your UI to scale to different devices automatically using Dpi Scaling. Level intermediate. Do you think we can do it? When working on a UI for a project, you may already have targeted the device in mind for releasing your project. In fact, you may want to release on multiple devices and platform. In a real engine, automatic resolution-dependent UI scaling for Dpi Scaling enable you to create resolution for scale to multiple devices. Dpi Scaling enables you to define Dpi Scale rule and a Dpi curve to automatically scale your UI element based on varied resolution. The Dpi Scale rule determines which scale to apply. And the Dpi curve contains different resolution and respective scale values. Using this option makes it quick and easy to translate your UI screen from a device like a phone to a tablet to a PC with a wide range of resolutions. I think that what they are trying to solve here is more is more the different proportions, you know, that you may have between a mobile phone and a PC. Our problem is not that problem, but anyway, maybe this tool can fix it for us as well. This is how to set up initial aspect ratio scale and then add another device ratio to the scale. Yeah, because you say their problem is the ratio. Scaling the UI to 1. To scale UI correctly, you need to designate the aspect ratio range in the first device and set it to scale to 1. And set it to scale to 1. Navigate to content browser user interface, widget DPI. Inside the sides, okay. Not the resolution aspect, okay. Dpi Scale 1. Yes, I have Dpi Scale 1. I never understood what it was, but yes, I have it here. I have it there. Oh my god, he opened something crazy. But yes, this scale DPI at the bottom right, I always seen it, but I never understood what is it. So maybe we're gonna learn it right now. Apply Dpi Scale, an optional application scale to apply on top of the custom scaling rule. So if you want to expose a property in your game title, you can modify this underlying value to scale the entire UI. Okay, let's continue with the explanation. You're not a team. No, I wanted to have some. I wanted to have some music. There was. I mean, some music. Yeah, some sounds for the shrines. That was the team. So the shrines is probably the team, but the problem is that also we may also use music for other stuff. For example, I would like to have bards in taverns, and I would like the bards to actually play some music. And that music needs to be designed. It would be like a one instrument only, but that would be something that we can do. We can have some music played by, for example, a mandolin, a lira, or whatever, another instrument like a flute or something, right? Typically, when you element in scale of 1, use Dpi scaling rule to apply the scale down your element. Click the gear icon, lower icon. Okay. Okay. Using Dpi scaling, choose Dpi rule to prefer to use it. Okay. Shortest side. On the Dpi curve, find a key on the curve which reflects the scale value of 1. Set the resolution based on the scale you designated. For example, use the smallest side. The resolution is set from 180 to 496. There is the base key from which all other key change in relation to. But I don't understand if I say application scale 2, what happens? If I say application scale 2, what happens? Do you think that everything will be bigger or no? An optional application scale to apply on top of the custom scaling rule. So if you want to expose this property in your game title, you can modify this underlying scale value to scale the entire UI. Okay, let me try to put this to 2 and see what happens. This one I don't want to change. Holy shit. Yeah, he actually did it. Wow. The problem is that it's scaling everything now, obviously. Wow. It is scaling everything. It is. The problem of this scaling is that everything becomes broken now. Interesting. Everything is so broke. Like this window, for example, doesn't even show up. The UI is not showing up. So wow, you can jump in this view. I didn't know. I know you can fly if you have the tab. Okay, but actually, you know, that setting is doing something. But it seems that it's doing it first of all on top of everything, which is for us not very good. Because in theory, I think we want to scale only certain windows, right? So I don't know if this is really the way. Load widgets on dedicated server. I don't think we need the widgets on the server, but fine. So this is probably good only for this is really scaling the UI for different devices. So really from mobile to PC to a tablet, but is not is not really. Changing the UI scaling in Unreal Engine. UI scaling is a pretty standard feature in modern games. Let's players change how the UI is shown, especially it's useful when playing 4K monitor too far away. Luckily in Unreal Engine there is a simple way to do it in C++ and works alongside any Dpi scaling rule you may have. Oh really? Oh really? User interface setting, interface setting, get mutable default, user interface setting, static class, UI setting, application scale. Yeah, but this application, isn't this application scale the same that we just, yeah, it's this one. Application scale is the same one that we just looked at. The problem is that that is not really doing what we want. I mean, first of all, it's a global setting, so because if I allow, you know, if I allow the scaling of this, right? Let me say that I make it resizable, right? I make it resizable. The problem of making it resizable is that every one of the contained pieces will have to be resizable as well, right? And they will basically always need to be fill, something like that, you know, and they will need to scale I think you have to anchor the UI element to a corner on top center and set. Yeah, but you know, but there is not really a. I understand that, but there's not really a universal method, because you know, I may have in my UI, I may have, like I have here, I may have padding, right? And padding is going to influence the position of these elements. For example, in this case, you know, these three things have a size that is defined here in the UI, is this image size, and then I have a pad. So basically, I think that what I have to do, I have to design it one way, like I do it now, and then I need to have a set scale function which is aware of all these pieces and is actually changing that value accordingly. I mean, it needs to go in and, for example, make these pictures, you know, 40-40. No, it's not even working. It's not even working. Why? Why if I change the sides? If I change the size of this image, it's not really changing. Well, actually, this is a checkbox, which is kind of I mean, unchecked. Sorry, because there was the unchecked. Okay, it's changing. It is changing. So yeah, basically what I will have to do, I will have to multiply. You know, I will have to multiply this value, but it's kind of a mess, you know, because I will have to multiply the image size of each of these things, and then I will have to multiply, and then I will have to scale the padding accordingly. So also the padding needs to be scaled based on that for each of the elements, because you see every element is in a different position. So the problem here is not scaling the UI, but the problem is user scalable UI. So the point is that is the user that is actually, oops, scalable. So it's the user that is changing the UI, right? I think probably scale is not the right. The point is that if I say resize, you know, resize is easy because resize is scale custom UI and menu proportionally. I mean, like this thing, how to make widget blueprint that adapt to the screen. I mean, that's automatic. So I don't know what this guy is explaining, but they're automatically doing this. Change the size of the UI and the fonts. Fonts, we actually did it. Everyone seems to be using this applicable scale, but applicable scale... In the widget reflector, what is the widget? What is the widget reflector? Widget reflector, I never seen this. Widget reflector, applicable scale. Pick hit testable widgets. Holy shit, what is this? Image application. I think this is probably the UI that I'm seeing now. Yes, that is the UI that I'm seeing now. Wow. I think there is a way to analyze the UI and see how a certain UI is made. Yes, I think that's it. But the widget, I never seen the widget reflector. Very interesting. But this seems to be done for the Unreal Engine UI. I don't think there is a global solution. If there was a global solution, I think I would have found it already. I think I would have found it already. I can do what I was saying, that I create a function, you know, I create a function here, which is called set scale, but I will have to do it, you know, window by window, unfortunately. I will have to do it window by window. So I will need a new event here, which is like set UI scale or something like that. That is taking a float as a parameter, which is our scale. And then I will have to manually readjust a bunch of stuff, right? So for example, I will have to take my character checkbox, my other checkbox, my social checkbox, oops. And on this one, I will have to say get image, wow, I cannot even get it. Get checkbox style. I think there is something like style. Yeah, get style. And inside get style, I will have to change a bunch of stuff. You see, so I will have to, I don't know if this is the right way or not. Hug plane shift and Streamlabs is hugging me. Nice. You found a new command. I didn't know that. That's a new command. Very nice. Is it really possible that there is no other way of doing it? Because I mean, I can do it this way, right? So I can get my checked image, for example, unchecked image, unchecked overhead image, and then I can open this and I can break it again. and I can check, for example, this one, the image size. I can take the image size and I can multiply it by my float. But then the problem is, how the hell do I set that as a result, right? Because I will have to create basically a new checkbox style, right? So I will have to make a checkbox style with, you know, all of this multiplied. So it's a freaking mess. I mean, it's a total mess, really. It's a total mess. It's a total mess. It's a total mess. I hope there is a better way, because I mean, I can do it this way because I can, you know, create a new, so I can make a slate brush, right? Make slate brush, and I will basically get everything I have here plus, you know, with, right? So also the margin probably needs to be the margin, well, the padding for sure, the margin I don't know. I think we are using margin 0, so probably the margin is not a question, right? Unless it's the padding, but I think the padding is on the wall object. So like I should do something like this, right? And then when I have my slate object, I'm going to do, okay, now this one becomes my unchecked image. And then, and so on, right? And so on. So I multiply the padding, I create a new padding, and this guy, and I do set style, and basically I'm setting the new style that I changed, right? So this will be the way to do it, but it's really a mess. I mean, it's a super mess. It's a mega mess. It's a total mess. Yeah, I'm restarting the music, Ula. You are right. You are right. Attack requires a very target. I mean, you can attack Hula. Easy. I cannot believe I have to do this, and there is not a better way. But a better way cannot be the scale, because we have seen that the scale sucks. I mean, the scale is really bad. The render scale, I think the render scale is super bad. You know what is the problem, I think, is that it really depends widget by widget. Because, for example, this widget has an horizontal box, right, which is containing, at the beginning, is containing nothing. And then that box is getting populated with I think it's getting populated with, yeah, exactly, here you see it's getting populated with stuff. So All of this is done at runtime. So even if you want, you know, to predetermine the sides, really you can't. One way will be to put the icon inside the sides box and then multiply the sides box. You know, take like all the sides boxes in the UI and multiply them and see what is the result. But I mean, is it possible that I'm the first one having this problem? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe I'm the first one, you know. I have to scale it by widget. I don't have to scale it globally, I need to scale it by widget. So every widget should have a different scale potentially. I need an Unreal Engine expert. Where is Gion when you need it? Where is Gion? Gion disappeared, right? Gion disappeared completely. Let me try to ping him in Discord. Maybe he will come back one day. Gion completely disappeared. There is people that are disappearing for years. The last time we spoke with Gion was the 19th of January. Hi, I'm sending him a message now. I'm saying hi. Do you have the need in your game to scale the UI elements, based on user preference? For example, if the user wants a menu bar to be bigger. For example, the user wants a menu bar to be bigger. I see there are two settings: applicable scale, but this one is global and is changing every UI in the game, which is not what I want. And then there is another one which is called scale parameter in the widget, but it's a rendering scale parameter in the widget. But this seems to render with different scale, and the result is not. The result may be blurred and controls not always correct. Yeah, that's my problem. Do you know Mac Crayfish? No, I don't know him. Who is he? Is an Unreal Engine guy. Let me also post under... I want to post under... I think there is a UMX... UMG... I mean a UMG forum... UMG... A UMG... There it is. There is a UMG thingy. Okay, let me post it here. Menu bar containing icons to be bigger, but only that widget, not the wall UI, not the wall, not all the widget, not all the widget. Okay, I posted the same question also in, maybe I can also post it in AnswerHub. Does AnswerHub exist or it doesn't exist anymore? Because I remember they moved it to forums, right? AnswerHub. Doesn't exist anymore, eh? No. What do you mean? AnswerHub Unreal doesn't exist anymore. Eh? There is the forums now. Eh? They killed it. Huh? They killed it. Am I logged in here or not? I don't know. It seems I am. I didn't use this part too much since they remade it, and so I'm a bit confused of what I'm watching. But forum, there is discussion, Q&A, knowledge base, and nothing else. Wow, like there are no different categories in the discussion. Discussion. All categories, okay. AnswerHub. All tags. This seems to be a bit confusing to me, but am I looking at the same thing that it was before AnswerHub, boys, or not? He made Minecraft mods. Yeah, but Minecraft has nothing to do with our Real Engine thing, you know? I don't understand what I'm looking at. If I search UMG here, is it searching it only inside the forums or what? Forums on Real Engine. Spawn UMG and move another UMG. So there are no forums anymore. Eh? No categories. There is only discussion, Q&A, and knowledge base. GG. But you can filter like this. C++ UI. Probably it's filtering by tags. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's kind of annoying, but fine. So if I go discussions and then I get only UMG, then I see only UMG. Okay, I think I start to understand how this thing works. Okay, let me try to search here. Scale UMG scale. When you first attack me, I go flying. I didn't see it. Because I'm a wizard, you know? Scale UMG at runtime. Scale UMG at runtime. Here by using the G time, yeah, that I understand, but set render scale, but it is the render scale. The render scale has a lot of issues. Scale multiple images in UMG. Scale multiple images in UMG. The other way to scale multiple images text in UMG. I made a lot of things in UMG. I want to scale them, but it will take me forever to do that. You generally pack widgets into containers. Scaling container makes children widget conform to the new desired size of the parent. You can also add widget element to the array and apply the changes in a loop. Doing this, yeah, actually, you know, that would be kind of a way. The problem is that containers are good if you have like a single line or a, you know, like a vertical box and horizontal box. But in our case, it's not that. In our case, is slightly different. We have, you know, visual elements that in our case are, you know, are like this. So they are positioned in a kind of a special way. So I don't know. I feel I'm swimming upstream at the moment. I feel I'm swimming upstream and I'm not seeing the light. I don't see the light. Doing it in the pre-construct will show the result in real time. Yeah, that's very good actually. It's a very good idea, but still we are. I think I can change the font easily, but I don't think I can change the. I don't think I can change the sides easily because. I mean, we can try to do this craziness, but it's really craziness, right? So I will have to change the image size. I will have to take every one of these guys, right? Every one of these guys. And break it into a slate brush. And then I will have to take, right? And then I will have to take to make a slate brush, and then to make a checksboard style. So it's really craziness. I could do it in C++, but it's a pity that this box doesn't have a scale thingy. Like, yeah, I can set the render scale, but setting render scale is not what we need. Is not what we need. It's not an easy call, huh? It's not an easy call. Holy moly. 1.5 million things to connect. 1.5 million things to connect. Huh. And then you have to do it for the others, you know, differently. I think it's shit. I think it's shit. Yeah, it's kind of working. You see, it is kind of working, but I did it on the first one only now, but it is kind of working on the first one. So if I do 1.5, you know, so actually you can do it, but what is the cost of that? You know, the cost, well, the cost at runtime is basically zero. I mean, the cost meaning that I need to draw like an insane graph like this, and if I change that window in the future for any, like I add a new button, I will have to do that again manually, which is basically insane. And hello, Filthy Remake. Hi, welcome. Welcome. Because, you know, the other problem we have is the padding. Because, for example, the padding also needs to be multiplied, right? Whatever it is. And I don't know if I can multiply the padding. No, I cannot. I mean, I will have to break it, and then I have all of these variables. I need to multiply all the variables, you know, by float, and is this one, and then I have to create. Margin. By the way, it's not even possible. Oh no! Oh no! No, sorry, make, not create. Make padding, make margin. Yeah, make margin. So you do this, you do it 4 times, and but this is craziness, boys. That is total craziness. That is total craziness. I mean, it's super annoying to do it like this for every element, right? And I don't even know if it will work actually. I don't even know. You see that, for example, the padding is not changing. Like the padding should be, so now the padding is 25, right? It's 25. If I say 50, exactly, you should go here, right? You should go here. So if I multiply by 2, it should go there, right? But it's not doing it, despite the change. I think it stays at this level, even if I go... Let me see if it stays here. Yes, it stays there. So, for example, the padding is not multiplied. Why? The padding is not multiplied. Ah, because it's not the start. Wait. No. It is. Because the padding of the style. Oh my god, there is also the padding of the style. Okay, no, it's not the padding of the style. Is the padding of the is the padding of this. Wait, get padding, no, get margin, no. Checkbox style, no, it should be this though. Padding, margin, structure. There is the checkbox. Slot, overlay slot. So what do I need to get? I need to get slot something. Get slot. Okay, get slot. Get padding. No, get slot. Get slot. There is an overlay slot. Hey, no. It is a panel slot. Nah. Set padding. Set the padding of the user widget. Exactly. But why user widget? There is a checkbox object. Background blur, border, title area. I mean, it seems that the checkbox doesn't have... No, overlay slot. Here it is. Overlay slot. Okay, overlay slot. Hey, bro, but... Panel slot object reference is not compatible with overlay slot object reference. Overlay slot, so I cannot get this overlay slot for whatever reason. Because I think that this one is coming from the fact that is inside an overlay. I think it's inherited from the overlay itself. But overlay doesn't get me anything. Slot as overlay slot. Ah, wait. Okay. I think we have that. So, in theory, I could set this padding. Wait. I did a mistake. I did a mistake. Okay. Yes, now it does it. Huh. So possible is possible. What are you doing? I'm trying to understand how to scale the UI, but there seems there is not a good answer to this problem. I mean, I would like, basically someone told me that our UI too small, right? Said, hey, the UI is too small. But for me it's good because I have a 28-inch monitor, right? So I understand if you are playing it on a smaller monitor, it may be very hard to see. And so I was saying, okay, I need to scale the UI, right? But scaling the UI in Unreal, there are two settings. There is this setting, which is application scale, which is actually under Dpi scaling, but this one is scaling basically everything. So your whole UI is getting scaled, and is not working well. The other way to scale it is if you take an object like this. If I take my menu bar widget, I can go here under render scale, right? And I can say, please render my widget with scale of 2. The problem is that that's a rendering. It's like zooming in, you know? It's like a rendering scale. It's not really that it's changing the actual scale of the objects that are inside, right? So I was trying to understand if there was a way. Now you may say, hey, why you don't put this thing into a scale box, right? And the scale box is, you know, horizontally fill and vertical fill, and then you scale the outside only and everything is getting resized. Well, because unfortunately I have some dynamic elements inside which are created at runtime, and they are not fill, they are non-fill. I mean, they need to be one next to each other. Plus, for example, in this case, I have, if I go back to my scale 1, right? If I go back to my scale 1, I have, for example, these buttons, you know, that are really put in a strange position, which is based on the padding. So I cannot really put these things into a vertical box and an horizontal box and scale it the proper, I mean, like linearly. So the question is there a way to just say, hey, make all images 1.5, make all borders 1.5, make all margins 1.5%, you know? I mean, multiply by 1.5. Make all text 1.5 automatically, you know? But it seems that this function doesn't exist. At least to my knowledge, it doesn't exist. So the only way would be like I'm doing now, you know? I know which elements needs to be scaled, and I do it, you know, one by one. So I take my character checkbox. I know that there are inside of it, you know, a number of images, and I scale all the images, you know, multiplying it by my value. I scale the padding by that particular value as well, right? And this way, actually, it works. I mean, in theory, it works. But is an insane graph. This is what I'm saying. You know, the resulting graph will be insane because this is done only for 2 of the potential images, right? I will have to do the same for all the others. So I have to do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now maybe we can avoid these ones because we never use them, right? But I will have to do, you know, the same shit, like these 2 things, 1, 2, and 3, for 9 times. And then I have to do it for every checkbox that I have. So it will be 9 multiplied by 3. So it will be like 27 things, right? Can you not code for to test for resolution and set the scale? Yeah, the problem is how to set the scale. The question is how to set the scale. You should scale all the UI? No. No, I don't think so. Because, you know, someone wants to have... Wait, let me show you in game, okay? Even if now... Okay, now is 1, okay. Let me show you in game. So the point is that, for example, so for example, I don't want to scale this, right? If I scale all the UI, if I use the applicable scale, this you know, this box will be bigger. This checkbox will be bigger. These icons will be bigger. This will be, so everything will be disproportionate compared to the background, right? Like this drawing will not be respected anymore. So everything will be fucked up in this particular window, for example. But when I go in game, right? When I go in game, someone can say my menu bar at the top, right? So this one, for example, they are complaining about this one. Okay, that this one is too small. And I may understand it is a bit small, but at the same time, I like it small because it's giving me more space, you know, for the game. But someone may say, no, please, I want it bigger, right? I want it bigger. So how do I make it bigger? Only this bar. And maybe someone else may say, oh, this one, which is the active magic, is too small. Now, I have something that is resizable. But again, when it is resizable in terms of view, in terms of, let me show you, like this one, shortcuts, right? It is resizable this way, right? Meaning that the icons, apart from that weird effect, but the icons are, you know, I have two icons, and by two icons, by two icons, by two icons. Or if I resize it this way, I have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? But it is not changing the size of these icons. It's changing the layout, right? This resize is changing the layout. Apart from that bug that you see, this icon is kind of getting funky. But so what they are asking is not this kind of resize. Is really increasing the size of the world bar with all the content. I'm using 427.2. So the problem is really, is there a way, you know, is there a way to do it, or do I really need to do it the way I'm doing it now? Because if I do it this way, I can do it. I can put a UI scale specifically for that menu bar, and the user can set any value he wants. So 1.5, 1.2, you know, 2.0, and that thing will actually become bigger without breaking. But I will have to check all the images that it contains, do the scaling for every single image, scale the margin as well, and all of that, right? Assuming that the margin is linear to the size of the images, which I don't know, but potentially. I mean, I'm surprised, for example, for the checkbox, right? I'm surprised there is no scale of the checkbox. I can set the render scale, but the render scale is going to fuck up everything. Also because it's not scaling, it's not getting the image at a higher resolution. He's keeping the image at the same resolution, but he's zooming it in, he's rendering it bigger. So the quality of the image is, as you increase the scale, it will become worse and worse and worse. It's like zooming in. It's not, you know, having a bigger image. Check on Discord. Scaling on different devices. Yeah, this is the first setting that we tested, the gamer. This is the first setting that we tested. That is this one, Dpi Scaling. But as I was saying, that is scaling the wall UI, so it's not what I need. It's not what I need. I'm surprised that someone didn't do this already, right? So, but probably because it's not generic enough. It depends really on how your UI is built, you know, because for example, in this case, let's imagine that I want to increase this, right? It's not just a matter of saying scale, 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 because these ones will not fit anymore, right? Will not fit anymore in this square. So also the square needs to be scaled differently, and maybe they have to be positioned differently. So I think the problem is that the scale works on simple UI, but on complex UI you cannot automatically scale. Or you use the render scale, right? But the render scale is bad because it's just zooming. I mean, let me just do a test in another project. 1 second, okay? So let me just do a test in this project, for example. Right? So if I go in this project and this project is doing this. Okay. And I think that we have that image, we have those images at very high resolution, if I remember right, or not. Yes, you see, we have these images at very high resolution, right? They are very, very, very good, right? But if I take this UI, no, if I just use the global setting, right, which is our Dpi scale, and I say, for example, 3, which is super big, right? He's actually using the high resolution. How can he do that? So he's not zooming in, huh? It's not zooming in. That's interesting. It's not zooming in. Okay, let me try the other one. Scroll UI. Scroll panel. What is the difference? No idea. But if you say scroll panel, render transform scale 3, right? Scale 3. I think this one is zooming in. No? Really? This is a bit strange though, eh? Is it because here I have the autofill and so is using the... Possible. Possible. Fuck, it always works. It always works. Okay. Probably it doesn't only if I scale the single icon. Well, seems to work anyways. I mean, it's going to be crazy, but I mean, here it still works, but here it doesn't. Here you see that it's really zoomed in, but okay, so it seems the scaling. I think the reason is that I have wait. I think the reason is that I have the fill. Let me remove the fill 1 second. Okay. Let me remove the fill and say okay, so here I don't have the fill anymore. I'm saying vertical and horizontal alignment, left and top, right? So so if now I scale this guy 3 and 3, right? Fuck, still working. It always works no matter what. The only one that is not working is the one on the left, but I think because the one on the left is using the other icons. It's not using the high res icon, it's using the low res icons for whatever reason. Yes, it's using the 64 instead of using So basically, what this example demonstrates is that it's actually scaling it properly. What this example demonstrates is that it's scaling it properly. I have to sleep 2 hours ago, but instead I am here. So you really like what I'm doing, huh? You really, really like what I'm doing. I see. So this example demonstrates that he's not really doing what I was thinking he was doing. So actually, if you scale, he's scaling the widget, but is also trying to use the best quality of the images that are inside the widget, which is absolutely great. So okay, I mean that's a point, huh? That's a point. That's a point. So basically this means that if I scale here, the only problem is the anchor. I mean, this guy is not anchored on the top left. He's anchored somewhere else. I don't know where, but he's not anchored top left. So if I so it feels like we are progressing now, you think? Pivot. The render transform pivot control the location about which the transform are applied. This value are normalized coordinate about which thing is the rotation will occur. So let me try 0, 0. Let me try 0, 0, and 2, okay? 0, 0, and 2. 0, 0, and 2. 0, 0, and 2, huh? I mean, if it works this way, it's beautiful because it will save me so much time. Understood the process. Now to apply to PS Navia. Do you think it will work? Drum roll? Well, actually it worked. It actually worked, and the icon are the right quality. Ah, this is very nice. This is very, 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 very nice. So it was only a problem of... Yes! It was only a problem of pivot. Right? Because the pivot was 0505, so it means that it was zooming from the middle. But you see that the icon is good quality. I don't know why this one is a bit stretched, but I think it's just the way... I don't know why it's stretched, but I think it's just the way our thing here is just create... I don't know. I think it's the sides of this, which is not really the sides of... I don't know. I don't know why it's a bit stretched. I think it's a matter of the settings that we have in the... But it is a way, yeah? This works. This works, boys. This works. Now, I don't think it will work with the text, though. With the text. So do you think that chat Do you think that chat is bigger than it was before? No, it's not. Because it's the same, you see, it's the same size that we have here. So the tooltip is actually not increasing size for some reason. That's bad. This one I think is bigger though. This thing I think is bigger. Character social. No paint. Wow, no paint is incredible. We can try to put it back to what it was. I don't know why this thing is squeezed, but I think that the squeeze comes probably from the minimum window size that we have set on a container. For the menu bar, which is number 6. Which is number 6, huh? Window data, default height limits. Number 6 at the moment is 60 by 60. What do you mean? Ah, yes, the height. Let's try to do 70-70 and see what happens. Let's try to do 70. I don't know if all of this will then work. I don't know. But the fact that it worked is interesting, huh? The fact that it worked is very, 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 very good. Is very, very, very good. Do you think we have a custom tooltip or what? Maybe we have a custom tooltip on this guy. It's possible, eh? We have a custom tooltip and the tooltip is not scaled based on the scale just because it's another widget. That's very possible. WD menu icon widget add child. WD menu icon widget. Do you think this guy has a tooltip? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, and he has. Okay, so yeah, the fact is that the scale of that tooltip is not scaled because it's a separate widget. Well, we could. We could set it when. Yeah, we could set it manually. Yeah, we could reset that. But I think if this works, I think we found a way. Even if I don't know. No, I think the tooltip is always another window. Yeah, you see, this social is identical to this. So even if this side changed, unfortunately the tooltip didn't. So So the tooltip is not scaling. The tooltip is not scaling. Because I think that the tooltip is
I will find a way to set things right.
I will. We can do it, boys. We can do it. No one can stop us. No one can stop us. Render opacity, tooltip. Yeah, the tooltip size is not changing. I don't know if this is a known problem, but real scale not affecting tooltip. Tooltip ignores trumps on scale. Yeah, exactly. Oh fuck, it's in a completely different tool. It's not in Unreal. It's not in Unreal. They have the same problem in another tool. No one ever cared about this. No one ever gave a shit about this problem, but actually it is a problem. It is a problem. I mean, it's not a big problem, but anyway, it's a problem because we scale that and we don't scale the text, right? So maybe the person was actually trying to read the text, I guess. So we will have to scale the we will have to scale that. We will have to scale the tooltip. Can I scale the tooltip manually? Can I scale the tooltip manually? Well. It is useless now. But the question is, can I scale? Can I scale the tooltip? In theory, I should take the tooltip scale and... I mean, I should read the scale of this. I cannot get the render scale. No, I cannot believe it. Get render scale. Get render. Come on. You can only set the scale, but you cannot get it. Maybe it's called get transform. Okay. Okay. Okay, it is the scale. It is the scale. So basically we will have to get the tooltip and for this tooltip we will have to set the render scale equal to this scale, okay? So we do it on the first, just as a test, okay? We do it on the first only. So if I go here and I say that my scale is 2, right? By the way, there may be a problem though. We have a way to... No, it's actually working well. Wow. It's not working very well on that side though. Why? I cannot push it after this. That's kind of strange, eh? Okay. Okay. Bye. Retry. Okay.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night. See you, game on. Have a good night. Bye. So now we scaled to the wall UI, and we scaled the tooltip of the first one with the same scale of the wall widget, right? So in theory we should see the wow. Okay, I didn't give a shit about our tooltip scale. It didn't scale the tooltip at all. It didn't scale the tooltip. This thing is still, you know. Is it better than before, or is the same as before? It's not round. I don't know why it's not round. It's like if it's broken at the bottom. I don't know why. Okay, we can try 80, but no, the scale on the tooltip seems to do nothing. The scale on the tooltip seems not working. The scale on the tooltip seems not working, huh? It's strange because actually char target because we scaled the wall widget. No, yeah, that is a mistake. We scale the wall widget, so we don't scale. So actually we need to get, we need to get the scale of menu bar, not the scale. So I don't know. Wait. So we need to get what? So like this? Probably like this, huh? Probably like this. I still don't understand why these icons here are perfectly round and there they are not. Horizontal alignment. It is a bit of a mystery of why that one is. That one is actually. I will try 80. Now, because if we do it, we should do it also on the tooltip, right? Because otherwise it makes no sense. You are scaling only the icons and not. Now the other question will be, what else we want to scale? I mean, we want to scale every window. Every window sounds complex, you know. Sounds like doesn't give a shit about it doesn't give a shit about the sides and doesn't give a shit about the scaling of the tooltip. Do you think it's because is not reading the right value or something? Maybe it's not reading the right value. Is this thing even called? Yeah, it is called. Well, it's called in the pre-construct though, so I don't know if this pre-construct is the right moment. Because maybe it's too early actually. Actually, it's too early. Maybe we get an error that we don't get the tooltip or something. Ah, yes. We cannot read it. Like, there is no tooltip widget, so probably it's the default widget. Probably the default widget doesn't scale. Or we add a custom. I mean, we can add a custom tooltip widget. It's not a problem. We can add a because we actually have a custom tooltip widget, for example, here. You see. So we have a we have a custom. We have a custom tooltip widget. We have a custom. Let me try like this. But anyway, this solution seems to be a good solution. This solution seems to be doing what we want to do. So I think we can put it in the UI, in the config. Now, I don't know if it works with every window, but yeah, I think it may work with yeah. It may work with every window. Ah, yes. Yeah, if it's a custom widget, is actually working. The scale is actually working. If it's the default widget, it's not working. But we can associate a custom widget everywhere. It's not a problem. It's probably even better, you know? So we could do the same for all the icons. And we can say that for every icon that is added is reading the global scale. And is setting, even if I have to say on the text, it seems that is actually blurring it. Really? Really? Why the text was blurred and not really scaled? The image is scaled 100% because it's getting the new quality, but the widget seems it's not. Let me try to set a scale to whatever, 5. Why the text is not scaled? That's very strange. Why the text is not scaled? Yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. You want to hear the sound of a D10, of a dice of 10 faces on my table? That's the sound. Is a purple D10. It seems that the text is not scaled, which is super strange. I would have not expected that. Oh my god. Why? I mean, it's not that we are really going to you know, to scale it that much. But it's a bit ridiculous that it's not actually... It's not actually scaling the text properly. Why is scaling the image properly? So you see that the text is getting blurred. Do you think that this is happening only because it's a tooltip, or do you think it is happening because of something else? That is a good question, huh? That is a good question. But I think that this tooltip is the simplest tooltip ever, right? There is a text. There is a text. This text actually is centered and is a regular size 9. Yeah, but doesn't seem to work well with text, unfortunately. Let me try something. Let me try to scale it. Let me try to scale just a simple text, okay? Let me try to put whatever text inside of this. Can I do it? Here is a bit of a mess. Can I do it here? Yes, I can do it here. So if I take this text block, right, and we make it a bit smaller, and then we scale it Like we said, we want to scale our panel. We want to scale it. Let's go 4 times. No, 3 times I think is enough. 3 times. GG. Wow. What happened? You see the text block? The text block is actually blurred. Which is ridiculous. So the text block is not scaling the font, is really scaling the picture. It's really scaling the image somehow of the text. That's super annoying. I added a text to show the speed of the player. I scaled the text up so I see labels later, but it's blurry. Yeah, exactly. You see, this guy has the same problem. So he's scaling the text instead of increasing the font, and he's getting the blur. You know, so this guy is answering, don't scale it, change the font size. But you know, in our case, I mean, we can multiply the we can multiply the font size, but it seems a bit stupid. But probably the only way, huh? What I'm watching here? No idea. I'm watching breast physics tutorial. Okay. So, yeah, the problem is that I don't know, because the problem is that the tooltip can be only text like this, but it can also not be only text like this, right? So it really depends. You see, and in this case, it's anyway fucking up everything. So if I scale only the, well, I will scale. No. Why? Well, I could have sites to content, but I don't think I can have sites to content here, right? Because sites to content, image tooltip text. Because actually one is not a child of the other, unfortunately. Image tooltip. Why I cannot have this one as a child? Widget cannot have children. Oh shit. What? You cannot have it as a child, so it cannot be inside of it. No, wait a second. Are you joking? So this is a normal image, right? So image, you cannot have a text. So you can do it only with a button, because the button can have a children, because it's I mean, I'm sure a button can have a children. Because because I did it a million times. But no, because the problem here is that the text is not changing the background properly, right? And so if we scale the background, in theory we should only scale the font size. But if I scale the font size, this image is not But I don't understand why, because if this image is horizontal fill, right, is horizontal and vertical fill, and this text is actually going overboard, right, shouldn't that change accordingly? No? I mean, why not? Because this is not size to content or something. Because he's not his child, huh? Because he's not his child. So the only way would be to put it in a grid or in a canvas. Probably in a canvas. I think because the overlay I think is allowing you to do whatever you want, but it's not really sizing. I always confuse the two, by the way. But I think if we do it with the canvas, and the canvas is sized to content. No. And the image is sized to content? No. Because the image should take by default. So now, what? A button is a container, yeah. You are so sad, Ulla. Why you are so sad? Why? Tell me. Why you are so sad? Because this thing is not matching? This thing is not matching. This thing is not matching. But... I mean, is it... No, huh? No, huh? So the only way is to do it with the button, because the button if you put a button and you have a child in the button, then is sizing based on the content 100%. But I didn't want to have the... No, it's not sizing anyway. Holy fuck. Okay. Probably only with a grid panel, eh? Yeah, only with a grid panel. You can have children. Yeah, you cannot have children, it's sad, I know. Yeah, with a grid panel it works. So we could have it with a grid panel. Now, if I scale the grid panel, do you think that the text now is not getting fucked? I think we get fucked anyway. But now if I change the tooltip to be, you know, to be a bigger font, you see that now the background is following, right? So it's actually working as expected, but so this is probably a better version of the tooltip. Even if I think we need some padding for sure. So we need some border, right? Yes, we need some border all around, otherwise it will look a bit weird. We need some border. Maybe 3 is enough. Maybe 3 is enough. Let me just test what happens now. So now we have... Is there a wrap? Auto wrap? No. Why auto wrap? No. Because the tooltip can be very long. Bah. I don't know, mystery. Apart from that mystery, which is a mystery, the question is if we can, if now we scale this, do you think that the text will increase? I don't think it will increase. So I think we will have to really increase the font. So the only solution will be in our menu bar, you know, instead of setting the render scale, we will get I think we can create a function actually. I think we can have a set font scale and GG. Set font. Ah, fuck, there is the same problem. There is the same problem that I need to do this, but it's okay. This time is not too bad. Sides, right? Sides. So we multiply the sides by this. I mean, I don't know if this is the best way, but I think it's a reasonable way. Because here we only need to change the font of the... Okay. So we scale, instead of doing set render scale, we just set the font, no, set scale, how did I call it? Tooltip widget. No, tooltip widget, no, we just go with this. We just go with set font scale, and set font scale we set it equal to what? equal to this scale. Yes. So we multiply it by the scale, huh? So if it's 2, will be 2, huh? Okay. I think this can be okay. I mean, it's not a very, you know, comprehensive solution because, but I think it's better than not having it. So basically, we will set on the main widget, we will set the scale for the widget, and on the tooltip, we will just change the font size, and in theory, it should work. Yes. You see that it's not blurry anymore. So it's actually doing the right thing now. It is doing the right thing, boys. I mean, it's doing it only here. I need to transfer it to the other ones, but it is what we want to achieve, right? So I think for the menu bar, we have a solution. We have a solution. So I can add to the options under interface. I can add I don't know, a menu bar. I can add a menu bar thingy. And basically, you will be able to scale it as you want. It can be 1.1, it can be 0.9, it can be any value you want. It can be 5, it can be 100, you know? I don't know, 100 I would not suggest it, but 100 probably will break it, okay? But 100 probably will break it, and also the icons will start to be a bit blurred because I mean, we don't have that quality. But if you want to go like 5 or 3, right? If you want to go 3, you can. At the moment we are using the scale here, but we will not use this scale. But if you want to go 3, you can. Let me just see if I increase it more if something breaks, but in theory it should not break. And if you want to make it smaller, you can make it smaller as well. Right? You can go 0.5. We didn't test below 1, so I don't know if it works, but now the question I have for you is the question I have for you is what you want to scale? Which part of the UI you want to scale? Holy shit. That's a menu, eh? You cannot tell me anymore that you cannot see it, eh? There is a bit of an issue though that the upper part starts to be... I think that the position on the screen, you see that I can go after the border, because we have a function that is actually considering the size of the window to understand if you can put it at the top or not, right? And what is the left corner, what is the bottom corner, and it's not considering the scale. So now the fact that it's scaled is breaking a bit the function that allows you to go maximum. You see that this one is going maximum at the limit of the screen. So you cannot move it. You cannot move it outside the screen, right? Because this one is not scaled. But this one that is scaled, you can actually move it outside of the screen. Which is a bit dangerous, because if you are moving it like outside, then you maybe don't find it anymore. But yeah, I think this is a good change anyway. So I will implement it, at least for the menu. At least for the menu, I will implement it. You can put a value, let's say between 0.5 and 3. I think I will cap it so that it doesn't become crazy, right? Between 0.5 and 3, you can change it as you want. And then maybe I have to change this function for the scaled movement, right? But I think that's okay. Boom. Okay, guys, I think that's all. At least we solved one problem, which is good. I just need to move it to the menu and ensure that that value is read and stored into the save game and is actually properly working, right? I don't know if you want to do a small raid. I'm not raiding very often lately, so let me see. Let me see if we want to do a small raid or not. There is First Crimson, that is, and there is Devro, but Devro seems to be playing though. I don't want to. No, the advertising. No. 12 seconds. Could you move it with a special thing only before good night? They are playing. They are playing. This is not good. This guy is developing. You see, there is always a guy developing. Okay, let's raid this guy. Why not? You can stay for the raid if you want. You can stay for the raid. If not, no problem. And I will see you tomorrow evening, okay? We will continue with something else. I don't know with what yet. I will see, but we will continue with something else. Okay, or maybe we will finish this. I have no idea. So for now, I would say goodbye. And if you want to stay for the raid, is always good. And we can briefly play our music. Just 1 second. And then we go.